Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
Do you want to hear a story? I'm not letting go.
Are you ready for this?
Follow your heart.
I'm going in!
This is
Blockbuster Smash Up!
Welcome to another episode of Blockbuster Smash Up. I'm your host, Jay Jones, and as each episode, I'll be joined by my co-host, Todd G. Levin, and our special guests as we try to smash one globally accepted good film and one globally accepted bad film into one hopefully cohesive new film for you guys. With that said, let's dive in and meet our guests. Todd, who are our guests for today's episode?
Well, back with us again, both people. We've got Hillary Levi. Hello, Hillary.
Hillary, how are you?
The first time my name has been said correctly.
It's true.
Not even as a joke.
This is
Incorrect. I said it
unprecedented.
well last time. I said it correctly last time.
I think.
Wait, what? No, I
did
think you messed
say
it up. No.
No, I think
Yeah, I
you.
think you did.
The other guest we have is Josh Weisbrod.
Hi, it's me.
It's Josh, everyone. Look
It's me,
out.
Josh, everyone.
Josh is wearing a Bela Lugosi is Dracula shirt, and it is making me very happy.
I met Dracula when I was wearing this at Universal Studios.
Really?
The actual Dracula?
The actual Dracula.
What did he say
Still
about
lurking
He
around.
said, hey, why are you wearing my shirt?
it? Guys, at the top of each of our episodes, we always like to ask a personal question. Todd, what is our personal question for the
This
guests?
one's going to be very personal, you guys.
Ooh.
What is the funniest movie you've ever seen?
Josh, what is yours?
Have you guys ever seen that movie Dirty Work with Norm Macdonald?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
That movie's actually really great.
Dude,
That movie's
I
really
love
funny.
that you just said that because a lot of people shit on that movie, and I also think it's very, very funny and doesn't get its due.
Is that the one where they hide, where he's like, yeah, we'll mess with them, we'll hide like fish all around their
Yes.
house, and then like
Yes.
the other guy just like kills them or something?
Yeah, it's this guy complains that that his neighbors are always having loud parties and like, well, I know what we can do. We'll just put fish all over the house. And so they get so they have some guy they like hide in the closet and they come in and somebody's like, hey, they're doing like some kind of crime.
Oh
some
yeah,
kind of
that's right.
deal.
A crime happens in front of them.
And the guy's like, "Hey, it smells like fish in here." Like,
What is that kinda-
Is that? Are you got a
Oh,
wire?
yeah,
Is that
that's
kind of
right.
code?
Oh yeah, and then they end up killing each other
And
because of
that's,
that.
I mean, it's a great shot because they're literally just standing there holding fish in their hands,
Yeah.
like really excited about their prank, and then the entirety of the
Isn't it
scene
just holding
takes
on them?
place in audio,
Yeah.
off screen, and it's so funny.
I'm sure I'm forgetting one. It's sort of a tie, but I'll go with the probably more well-known one, which is Blazing Saddles.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Blazing Saddles is great.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
I mean,
I'm
any
glad-
Mel Brooks movie is.
I'm glad you
usually
like
solid.
it.
So.
I watched it with my dad when I was like 10, and I was really uncomfortable like the whole time.
Oh no. For me, like, it's so hard. It's like kind of like stages of my life. There was a time where I loved, no one's ever seen this movie, I think, but me and like 5 people. But there was a John Leguizamo movie
The Pest?
called The Pest.
Yes!
And I fucking loved that movie.
Oh man, we've never talked about
We've never
The
talked
Pest.
to The Pest. I love The Pest.
I was obsessed with that movie
I
too.
still think about it. I'm like, that movie's still funny. I don't want to ever see it
it's
again.
really bad.
I don't want to ever see it
but
again.
I still like it.
All right, those were our personal questions, and that'll be taking us to our game, Blockbuster Smash Up.
Smash, 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 smash.
All right, this is our game, Blockbuster Smash Up. This is the game where we will take 2 films, one globally accepted good film and one globally accepted bad film, and smash them together permanently forever. Todd, for this episode, you have the globally accepted bad film.
Yes, I do.
And I have the globally accepted good film. And on the count of 3, we will smash them. Ready?
One,
a two, a 3. Mad Max
Showgirls.
Fury Road. What?
Yes!
Oh,
Wait, what was yours,
boy.
Showgirls.
Oh, cool.
And Mad, this is
excited.
fucking perfect, man. Holy
Showgirls
shit.
and Mad
Really
Max
is.
Fury Road.
You nailed it. Nice job.
I love Mad Max Fury
Excellent.
Road.
Well, you know how
So
much I
good.
like it. It's like my favorite movie of last year.
But Showgirls, wow, yeah, that is a fairly panned film.
Yeah,
By a lot of people.
a globally accepted bad film that is actually one of my personal favorites. I love, and it's not just because there's tits in it. Everyone is always
Sure.
like, "Oh, it's because there's like boobs in it." Oh, straight dudes.
To be fair, there are a lot of movies with boobs in it. So if that's what people are all about,
Yeah,
they could
I
subscribe
like.
to a lot of things.
You don't even have
There
to
are boobs
watch
in Mad Max.
movies anymore.
There are boobs in Mad Max? Wait, no, they're not. You're right.
Yeah.
The Bullet guy,
Yeah.
the guy from Bullet Farm, has some really nice. He has it out. I believe he has like a piercing on him.
There's a lot more male nipple in that
There's a
movie.
lot of male
than,
nipple in that
female
movie.
nipple. Should I go first, or would
Yeah,
you
yeah,
like
I would
to?
love to. Let's tell. If you don't know about Showgirls, Todd, please share with us
So,
this film.
Showgirls is a famously panned movie from 1995 by the director Paul Verhoeven, who's also done such movies as Starship Troopers,
Yes.
and Total Recall, and RoboCop.
All great movies.
Favorites, and also satires that people really like. He got a lot of money. Yeah, he's a famous Dutch,
Dutch.
director. And he made a lot of movies that were controversial over there, and then he came over here, and that's how he got he got RoboCop and he got Total
Fun
Recall.
to make
and,
a
you know,
robot cop.
I want to take the sexy movies and make a robot cop.
Sure, whatever.
It's not a Dutch accent.
What I don't. Do you
This-
know what a Dutch accent
This is 100%
Not
a Dutch
Russian.
accent.
We don't know how to do a Dutch accent. That's one of those.
We tried.
Anyway, so he got $45 million
To do Showgirls?
to make Showgirls.
Wow.
Which is an erotic,
Oh my God.
an erotic drama, erotic. I don't know if you could call it a thriller.
Somebody
I
call it an
find
erotic
thrilling.
adventure.
Some people would call it a comedy.
Today,
you know?
that would be made for less than $2 million.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Right. This movie is a movie that it has been panned. It was commercially panned and critically panned, and then had this. When it came out, it was just a huge bomb. The
It was
movie
banned in most countries.
The movie is about Nomi Malone. Is a
Great lead character name.
Is a young drifter played by Elizabeth Berkley from
Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell, of course. Yeah, Jesse Spano.
She played
right?
a very similar role, right? In
Right.
Saved by the Bell?
Right.
She did in Showgirls?
So this was supposed to be her big, her big move to pictures. She was like small screen, and she's supposed to be on the big screen, and it's this erotic thriller. It was supposed to be at the time. It was the mid '90s. It was supposed to be like, yeah, we're like second wave sexual revolution. Like we
Yeah.
can do this. This is cool. And it's about this grifter who comes to Las Vegas. She kind of hitchhikes into Las Vegas, and then slowly wants to become. She has this dream of becoming a showgirl. In the big Vegas shows, and starts as a stripper because she knows how to dance, and basically works her way up and does like all kinds of things. If you've seen A Star Is Born, if you've seen All About Eve, it's essentially a very similar story, just set in the world of dancers in Vegas. And I kind of think that it's actually a really great film. It's like his other movies. It's a satire,
But why was it so panned? What is it about the movie that people don't really...
Well, there's a lot of sex in it.
Oh, okay.
And obviously because she's...
And nobody likes that.
No, no, it was NC-17, and people thought
Whoa,
it was.
it was?
Yeah, it was one of the
Oh, I
first.
thought it was just
NC-17
rated
films.
R. Wow.
It was one of the first, and basically, her whole deal. I mean, she's naked for a lot of the movie. A lot of people don't like her acting in the film, and they think she's god awful. Her stuff is stolen by the guy she hitchhiked in with. She hits someone's car. That someone shows up and takes her in and lets her live in her trailer. The person that she takes in, or the friend, is named Molly. Molly is a hairdresser that does the work for the girls in the big shows in Vegas. Through Molly, she gets to meet Crystal, the big, on the billboards, the big star in Vegas.
We all know who Crystal
and it's played by Gina Gershon. Everyone wants to be her. She's like the best dancer. Everyone, she gets everything, all that kind of stuff. Everyone in this movie is mean to one another. It's like this very dog eat dog cat fight of a movie or whatever, where they're all just you're never gonna make anything of yourself until you go the extra mile kind of thing.
Gotcha.
And basically she weasels her way from the strip club to dancing in that show, and then works her way up to the top by actually sort of taking out a few of the other people
Wait,
in her
actually,
way.
murdering?
Well, not murder, but accidents on purpose.
Wait, but
Pushing people downstairs.
But
and
these
things like
people
that.
die, or do they go to the hospital?
No, they go to the hospital.
Oh, okay,
they
okay.
can't dance anymore, in other words.
Oh.
Eventually, Gina Gershon is one of these people. And by the way, throughout this time, she, Nomi, starts a relationship with Crystal's boyfriend, played by Kyle MacLachlan, whose name is Zach in the movie.
Zach
who's
Morris.
one of the promoters of the club that the casino and the show and all that kind of stuff. And basically this sexual kind of three-way thing goes on where they have this menage a trois kind of deal. They don't never have a threesome, but they kind of have this super sexual kind of tension thing going. And then eventually when Crystal goes down, Nomi takes her place and becomes what Crystal told her that she never would if she wasn't going to do what she needed to do, which was push the person in front of you down the stairs.
Now,
which she did.
Does she keep the name Crystal? Does she have her own like stage name?
No, she has Nomi. Nomi Malone is like her new, and so yeah, it's like A Star Is Born. She kind of like becomes the new ingenue of Vegas, but then her past catches up with her.
Ooh, what's
Kyle
her past?
MacLachlan realizes that she used to be. She has a record basically, and she used to be a prostitute. And there's this really dark past that comes out, and that's why she was like running away in the first place. And basically, they run out of town, and the movie ends where it began, where she hitchhikes out of town. But the guy who picks her up is the same guy that stole her stuff, and she like threatens to cut his balls off.
Sounds like a real
Hi.
positive film. I mean, like
Great message.
real family film.
It's a yeah. So
I'm surprised it didn't do well.
So it did terribly in theaters. It made only like $30 million off of a $45 million movie. But the thing is, after it was released, fun facts about the film, after it was released on VHS is where it soared to like $100 million profit.
I'm not surprised for an NC-17 movie called Showgirls.
Right.
Because people were probably like, yeah, I'm just going to the store to
listen.
get some like groceries and like I'll rent that new Arnold
I always
Schwarzenegger
saw
movie.
Everyone,
Secretly renting it at
Always
Blockbuster.
saw it at the movie rental. Always saw it. There
it's
were
like
multiple
Showgirls.
copies.
It's like Showgirls and Wild Things were like the two movies.
The secret
I
Blockbuster
love Wild
rentals.
Things.
were like the 90s like sex movies or whatever that were like, oh, it can't be seen around that movie.
Man,
or whatever.
remember when they used to have those back sections at Blockbuster and you're always like, what's going on in those back felt rooms? People are always like going back there sneakily. Never knew what was happening back there. Now, let me talk to you about a movie that has not as much sex or none in it. A movie called Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh yeah,
Starring Charlize Theron
yeah,
and Tom Hardy in an awesome chase movie where it is, I mean, it's really should have just been called Furiosa, the ass kicker of the future. But it was instead called Mad Max Fury Road because it's a sequel and they needed to get it greenlit. But it's really an amazing movie about Furiosa, who is this kind of like a warrior general. It's in the post-apocalyptic future where war has happened and basically all that's left is just small pockets of humanity that are just struggling to get gas, bullets, water, anything to keep themselves
the
going.
Essentials.
Yeah,
that
the
you pick up
essentials.
at the store.
Yeah,
Gasoline, whatever.
I'm going to pick up some gas, some water, normal stuff, bullets.
She's the
three main
driver.
ingredients.
She's the driver of a gasoline rig.
Of a gasoline rig. And the movie starts with her just going on a regular gasoline run, like we all do. And she decides, you know what, I'm kicking out of town and I'm leaving forever. And she manages to get out of there, smuggle out the I guess you would call him like the king, the god king of this apocalyptic future. His like quote unquote wives. Yeah. Because he
Immortan Joe's harem.
Immortan Joe's harem, essentially, because she's like, fuck that. And she gets them out of there, and the whole movie is this crazy epic chase. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. Of people just trying to get Furiosa and the girls back, and Mad Max just happens to be there along for the ride. And it's a really awesome chase action movie, all done with practical effects. One fun fact about the movie is that they've been trying to do this movie for so long that when they finally were going to do it, they were going to shoot it on the west coast of Australia. And strangely, it rained so much that when they went to shoot there, it was all the desert that used to just be orangey red desert was just covered in flowers and grass.
Oh, no.
And they were like, I guess we'll wait a year for this to die out. It didn't. So then they had to move the entire shooting of the film to the other side of Australia, to the east coast of Australia to shoot it. So like just a nightmare to get it going, but I mean, such an amazing movie and such a success for practical effects and stunts and action and just amazing.
Cool.
What's cool is the movie is very steeped in like Norse mythology. Because like the older women are very much like the Valkyries.
Yeah.
They are the Valkyries. Furiosa is very much like the Valkyrie of the film, right? She's like rescuing, and they're all very like, the girls are very like angelic the first time you see them, so much like angels coming from above. And I mean, all of Immortan Joe, like everything with that is also very like die in battle, like I am Odin,
Valhalla.
like die, go to Valhalla, like
Ragnarok, all that.
It's all very like steeped in Norse mythology, and it's like so awesome how they do the mythos of that movie.
Wonderful.
It was just so cool. I'm a huge heavy metal fan, and
There
it
you go.
felt like it felt like a heavy metal movie. It was the closest thing to like a live action heavy metal movie that I think we're going to see.
Well, lucky for you, we get to take that heavy metal movie of Mad Max Fury Road, and we get to smash it with Showgirls,
Oh yeah.
the second most heavy metal movie I think ever made. So, where do we even start? Does anyone have an idea for the cold open for this movie?
It's 1995.
Okay. We all remember exactly what that year was like.
The students of Bayside are going through just what they think is a regular day of school until
Time occasionally stops. The principal's all up in their business.
until these air raid sirens start going off.
Whoa.
And basically, I think Jessie Spano is like, either she gets like locked. I think she like locks herself in Max's, or isn't that the place called Max's, the diner?
Oh,
Yeah, the diner they always go.
Right.
Yeah, like she like locks
Max.
herself.
It was called the Max, yeah.
Yeah. She locks herself somewhere, like someone like locks her in her locker or something like that, and basically she survives. She comes out later and just everyone is dead.
She comes out of a fridge.
Yeah, she could come out of a fridge. Maybe she hides in Belding's office. Not really sure, but
His
basically,
desk is impenetrable to most heavy weapons.
Basically, Jessie Spano comes to, a door opens or whatever. She walks out, and then we have basically like the title sequence right there. That's the cold open. Bayside goes nuclear, and everyone's dead except for Jessie.
That's an amazing opening.
I had a little bit of a different interpretation.
Did you have a producer's note for our script?
Yes. I sort of wanted her to try and want to be one of the boys that like drive the rigs. Like she really wants to be, what are they called?
I mean, truckers?
No, the guys that spray their
War
teeth.
boys.
War boys. She wants to be a war boy.
But she's a girl.
But I mean,
What a
Furiosa.
surprise.
But Furiosa drives those things. Is this a prequel to Furiosa? Is this Furiosa Begins?
Oh, actually, yes. That would be very cool.
That's where I was going.
So this is Okay, so
Yeah.
we can tie these both
okay,
together. We can tie these both together.
She's the
Furiosa Begins.
Don't look at me like that.
So the first thing that happened is Bayside goes nuclear, right?
Yeah, it
right.
does.
Yeah.
And then she
Everyone's
finds-
allegedly dead.
So Josh, what happens next after Bayside is just completely off the map?
So she heads out into the desert, right?
Of course.
Yeah, which is, that's the first thing Jessie would think. Well, first she stocks up on caffeine pills, right?
She is so excited to be a war boy.
And she just can't hide it.
No.
That was the fourth thing that you need: bullets, gasoline, water, and caffeine
And
pills.
dancing.
Yes.
And dancing.
And she just sprints out there, just runs out. She's like, I can't believe everybody's dead, but I'm just going to keep running. And it's like
And I
Out in
guess
the desert.
what does she run into in the desert but a desert oasis?
full of war boys.
But she has to hitchhike her way in.
Yeah.
And all of her stuff gets stolen.
Yeah, okay. She hitchhikes with a guy.
Someone
or someone
takes her
like,
caffeine pills.
Yeah.
and they take her caffeine pills. And I think there's the Citadel, there's the Bullet Farm, there's the Guzzolene place, but I think there's also a place called Las Vegas, and their
Of course.
commodity is
It's New
dancing.
Vegas. It's New Vegas.
New
It's
Vegas,
New Vegas.
right? Yeah, and their commodity is like entertainment and dancing, right? So
True.
they sell like dancing and entertainment.
So
and all that kind of
so their
stuff.
commodities are dancing. It's like, well, I'm gonna need at least a break dance if you want to get in here.
Or
Yeah,
maybe
we'll trade
Grease
you-
my palms with a break
We'll
dance.
trade you this gas for dance.
Well, you know what it is. In the future, they're so lacking in entertainment
Right,
because
right.
all the TV shows and like we were so used to just injecting Netflix into our veins at any time we wanted that like we'll settle for anything. Like you can moonwalk. Like I'll give you a car for a
so
moonwalk.
this isn't going to be in 1995 then.
Oh yeah, no, it's
I mean,
definitely.
it happens in
1995.
Okay, well,
1995,
Well, maybe
And-
it could just be Blockbuster.
You know what? You're right.
There it
Everybody
is.
was so used to Blockbuster.
So all of like video rental store people, all of like clowns and everybody ends up. This is the place that they end up if they're still alive. You know?
Sorry, video
I love
store
that the
rental
two-
and clowns.
The two pools of people for you in the 90s were, well, of course, in the 90s, there were people that worked in video stores because Blockbuster, and then, of course, just clowns because there were just so many goddamn clowns in 1995.
That's exactly where I went.
I just picture
It
like
was when the Barnum and Bailey Circus was huge.
Yes.
And there were goddamn clowns everywhere.
I don't know. I picture this place called New Vegas,
Of course.
where is it NU? It's like NU Vegas. You
Well,
know? Like,
I was making a joke because of Fallout, but yeah,
Oh.
True.
you could call it New Vegas.
yeah,
and
New
you.
Vegas.
I think NU is good.
I just picture this place is just full of people who are really weird, like the weirdos came here, but also, you know what I mean, people, they say like they want to do entertainment or got to be a little crazy. I think like this is like,
And if you survive the post-apocalypse,
this is the post-apocalyptic version of that. And there's also like deformed people, so like circus freaks are here too, and like all that kind of, you know, this is like the place for all forms of entertainment, from video store rentals to clowns.
Screech does survive. He was the one that survived the attack.
Screech ends up being like a
Because-
Morton
You don't
joke.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't want it to be Belding?
Yeah, I thought you were going to go
No.
Belgium.
I
No,
think
no,
it was
no,
gonna
no,
be
no.
Belding in it.
Belding and Zach Morris had a rivalry. It wasn't really. I don't think it was
all right, you
Jesse
got it.
They're done.
and Belding.
You got
They're
it.
dead. They died together. In fact, Belding and Zach were holding each other as the blast went off. And he's like,
they're-
I forgive you, Zach.
They're encapsulated in all time against the wrestling mat. You're burned into the wrestling mat,
Of
just
course.
holding each
like
other.
Pompeii.
But
Yeah.
Screech survived, and he was horribly like changed from his experience of seeing all of his friends die, and like he dons like the skull of Zach over his face.
Because he always wanted to be him.
Yeah, he always wanted to be
secretly.
Zach, so he just puts his skull over his face, and he's like,
And every
he-
time they made fun of him, he's just like going to get back
Exactly.
to every single one of them.
It's
And
wait
like
a
a
minute.
psychological break
wait,
for
what's
Screech.
what's Zach's character's last name? I forgot.
Morris.
Morris. So he's in Morton Morris.
Oh my god! Amazing.
Morton Morris.
Your skill with names is unprecedented.
Okay, all right.
thanks.
So
This-
Jessie Spano gets to New Vegas, right? And she hears, it's this place of dancing, right? And she hears about this guy who like owns the place.
His
who's
name
a
is-
Morton Morris.
Morton
So
Morris.
I think everybody,
The when she, instead of getting her stuff stolen on the way in, instead of losing her things, she loses her arm.
Oh, okay.
So we can finally
They
fit
need,
in
like,
you're
a toll?
losing your
Yeah.
like this is your path. Ching!
And they're just like, we either want like a piece of
Oh,
like.
maybe it's her leg because she has to dance with it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Sure.
I think maybe she's like kind of like you know, they're like, I see the scene as like, well, you need something to, you know, you need to give away something to pass, and she's just like, I don't have anything or whatever, and
This
then
is
they're just
a
like, you've
And
got
it's machete.
you've got all those like tasty limbs, don't you? And then basically like she's just like, oh no, and then the next scene is like she like has her leg hacked
This
off.
is the darkest scene in our movie so far.
Yeah, dude, this is a dark
This is
universe.
fucking Mad
far.
Max.
Yeah, man.
I thought she lost her arm in the explosion.
Well, she
no,
didn't.
I
now.
want
Retcon.
to change that if
Okay.
that's cool.
Yeah.
It's
she's-
allowed.
Her leg.
We
is
had them
now-
go back. We had them do a reshoot.
So now she gets into this town and basically realizes that the commodity in this place is like entertainment. She used to like dance and be on like the cheerleading squad and stuff, and she realizes that with this leg gone, she can't. So what does she do?
Well, she has to
gotta
retrain.
do something else, yeah.
She's got to retrain.
Yeah.
And I think maybe
Training montage.
maybe
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna have an awesome New Vegas montage. But okay, so she's got to have to get like a new leg. So
Yeah.
what in the 90s did she take and craft? Like, is it like a bop it and also like a skip it and a bop it and like all those? She goes to like an old like KB Toys and
Yeah.
she's like, or what was it? FAO Schwartz.
like a wiffle ball bat of some
Yeah.
kind. just, like,
FAO
pushing her.
Schwartz was like 100% like the king of toys in the 90s.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
I think so
like
as well.
I want to feel like it may have some sort of motorized thing that she gets from like a Barbie car.
Totally,
Like one of
totally.
those
Yeah.
ones you ride in, like the Jeep.
The bottom is definitely the end of a Super Soaker. Like one of those
Oh,
awesome Super
absolutely.
Soakers.
I think this toy store is like their hardware store.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Oh man!
So, like, she goes
instead
in-
of like gasoline and bullets in the '90s post-apocalyptic future, it's like koosh balls and like shitty
Yes.
toys.
Hey, how about that Ninja Turtles sword that has you blow bubbles out of it?
Oh my
Sure.
god.
That's
So
gotta
it's
be in
so
there.
it's basically
Yes.
like, I mean, again, that goes with the entertainment thing. Like this place is like the mecca of all things entertainment, toys included.
Wait, I think I have a really weird but great idea. There's some I want somebody's eye to be gone, but instead it's just like one of those bubble machines.
Just coming out of his eye.
Holy shit, that's awesome! Totally,
So
that's
in
happening.
this Mad Max world, it's not like grunge and metal and cars. It's like 90s toys are like the parts in which they add to
this.
themselves.
That's this town.
That's
That's,
New
New
Vegas.
Vegas.
Oh, yeah,
I think
New
it's like
Vegas.
the other places still exist.
yeah, Australia, it's still
Yeah.
fucked up as shit over
People
there.
come, basically all those three other places, those three cities come to New Vegas to like get their rocks off and like
Where
have some
a kid
entertainment.
can be a kid,
Yeah.
damn it.
I mean, it's like Gomorrah, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this place is like the city of sin. It's Las Vegas, you know?
I mean, the Super Soaker fights are outrageous.
I
in
love the
City of Sin.
Super Soaker leg. I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
So she builds this monstrosity out of everything at FAO Schwartz.
That reminds me of Planet Terror when she's got like
Yeah, when she's got the machine gun
But it's
legs.
a super
Amazing.
soaker. Yeah, I'm down with that.
So she has to train. So who is a 90s figure that survived the blast that is going to train her in dance in New
Prince.
Vegas?
I think. What about Slater?
Wow,
though?
you know what? Great. I love it. Prince trains her in New Vegas.
Fuck yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, who else would survive and be in a Mad Max world? Prince
Prince would rule in
You
New
don't
Vegas.
even have to.
We don't have to explain it.
You don't
No.
have to justify that at all. That's already like.
As soon as you
canon.
said that, I was like, it's Prince.
Like,
That's
believe
already
it or not,
canon,
like
man.
Prince walked around and dressed like he was always going to be ready for a post-apocalyptic future at any time.
That's true.
Yeah.
So Prince is going to train her in dance. And where's she going to put on the show? What place in New Vegas that still survived the apocalypse is she's going to put on her show to get into the club of Immortan Joe?
Done.
a lot of the hotels that we know now did not exist in the 90s, so I feel like it's gonna
To me, it's like either Planet Hollywood or like a Circus, just the worst
that's what
hotel
I'm thinking.
ever.
Circus
Circus works.
Yeah, Circus is just the worst. You walk in there and you're just
Yeah.
like, oh my god, what's happening here?
This episode sponsored by
Circus.
Circus. The worst hotel in Vegas.
And I like to think.
Come see how bad it can get.
I like to think a Planet Hollywood came out of the sky and landed right on top of that circus.
Yeah, right. Just
Well,
at least the globe. At
Well,
least
here's
like
the
that
thing:
big
the Planet
globe.
Hollywood would be much like a time capsule because it is like a time capsule of the 90s.
yeah.
It's all like the Arnold Schwarzenegger like movies and like,
like a-
Sylvester Stallone stuff.
and all those,
or even
you know,
like a Hard Rock, because I feel like Prince would probably live in a Hard Rock hotel.
That's his
Yeah, right.
hotel. That's
Oh,
Prince territory.
Gotcha.
yeah.
She was pulled into the Prince territory, which is in the Hard Rock Hotel, but Immortan Joe runs the Planet Hollywood / Circus.
That's got the it's got the KB toys in the bottom.
Yeah,
Immortan
the KB
Joe or
toys.
Immortan Morris?
No, Morton Morris is coming soon.
Oh, okay.
That's our third act reveal
Oh,
that
great.
Screech survived and donned the skull of Zach Morris to take revenge on
AC Slater.
AC Slater. Well, what?
No,
Wait.
on Spano.
Oh, on Spano.
Oh, that's true.
AC Slater died
Or just on
doing what he
anyone-
loved, which was flexing.
On
So-
anyone who used to be, you know, part of the clan that he thought was, you know, they were making fun of him all the time.
That's true. He was-
So anyone. So he's basically like, maybe they all survived actually. And so when Jessie Spano like wakes up, she thinks everyone's dead, but like actually most of them survived. And Screech, donning the skull of Zach Morris that he killed, has systematically murdered every single one of them and thought
Well,
Jessie
he
Spano was
finds-
also dead.
He finds AC Slater and kills AC Slater. And like he realizes that Jesse is the last one, and he
Well,
has to hunt her down.
I feel
If
like she
she's still
also
alive.
has to have one of these cool fucking names. So I'm trying to remember what these
What about
names
Nomi?
are.
Angera,
Yeah, let's give
Splendid.
her Nomi Malone.
Splendid,
Yeah.
Angera. Yeah, Nomi.
It's always like, it's just know me the something or other.
Okay, so
Nomi the Super Soaker.
Yeah.
that's amazing. Her name is Nomi the Super Soaker. So, oh boy,
She's known to cool off her
that's
foe.
her finishing move is she shoots people in the face with the Super Soaker.
Yeah.
So
Filled
basically,
with acid.
Yes,
we're gonna get into
actually.
hardcore badassery at the end of this. So she gets in the good graces of Immortan Joe and helps him build his empire, but who arrives on his own like crazy entourage of insane vehicles and 90s pop culture things is Immortan Morris. Yes. And Jesse's
I
like,
thought you were going to say Gravedigger.
oh, you know what? Yes, that's 100%. It's all monster trucks from all those commercials. Grave digger.
We'll be back Sunday, and Saturday.
That guy is their announcer. So you know in Mad Max, there's the guy on the guitar playing on the music. They just have that guy strapped to a speaker the whole time.
Yes.
So where's the final showdown going to happen? Is it just going to happen in Circus?
Well, I think it definitely has to happen along the strip.
Okay. So
You
it's
know?
going to be like a race
It's
down
a
the strip.
race.
You know what it is? It's like a giant version of jousting.
Yeah.
Because they have
Sure.
all these vehicles at one end of the street,
Yeah.
and they have their vehicles at the other end, just riding parallel,
On
trying
the
to take
strip.
each other out.
On the strip.
What are
Yeah.
they using to? Are they shooting each other with like with guns or
Nerf guns.
I think heavily armored Nerf guns.
Excellent.
So they basically take the end of the Nerf gun and put like an explosive on the tip,
Right.
and that's what
Yeah.
they're all running
or
around
like
with.
some of the Nerf pellets have like, you know, spikes or
Yeah.
like barbed wire on
Oh
them.
my
Or like
God.
some people have like wiffle ball bats bats, but they have like barbed wire tied around
Guys,
it.
the Nerf money we're gonna get to make this movie is gonna be big.
It's
One of the
huge.
screamer, you know, the
Huge.
screamer.
Where it fires and makes a noise as it goes.
Yeah, so like this one, it's just a bomb. So like it actually, it sounds like what it is. So like you throw that football screamer thing, and it actually like
We'll
everyone
have a
knows like
callback.
hit the deck.
We'll have a callback because
Oh, and-
early in the movie, somebody's gonna like whistle or something, and people are gonna hit the ground, and they'll be like, "What? Why did you do that?" It's like, "Oh, don't worry. If you ever hear that noise, drop to the ground."
And I feel like they don't drive with steering wheels, they drive with N64 controllers.
Done. And there's got to be a scene where someone's like, "You want to play 5,000?"
Yeah, or like play like GoldenEye.
And it's a form of like
That's where they train playing GoldenEye.
yes.
5,000 with the screamer is like a form of like a not torture but of execution.
Oh god.
Like going out for 5,000. It's just like and you're running. It's like go further, and then they like throw the screamer or whatever, and they're all trying to catch it.
Oh my god.
and if
it's
you
like-
drop it, you explode.
Yeah, basically you can't drop it or you all die.
And that, you know what, another form of torture is the bop it, where like if you don't keep playing it, it
Or
explodes.
Simon.
Yes.
Simon.
Yeah, it's just like a really intense bop it, twist it, and they keep passing it to other people until one of them gets it wrong and they just die.
And
Yeah.
Pull
the way
it.
out.
That's right. Just pull it.
Push it.
I spinned it. I don't know what I was doing.
Oh my god.
Wow, just weaponizing 90s
evil toys. Yeah, that's, we can go on
Terrifying.
forever.
So I think the final battle has got to be it's Naomi Super Soaker?
Naomi, yeah.
Numi the Super
The
Soaker.
Well,
Yeah,
I feel like too,
Naomi the
like
Super Soaker.
where's the awesome like badass 12 women on screen? We need one
Right.
of those groups.
Is that
too.
the chorus? So
You
she
know
wants
what
to be
it
a
is?
dancer? Is
It's
that right?
in the 90s, so who is...
Spice Girls!
I just... You goddamn it, you got there maybe like 2 seconds before I could.
Spice Girls.
It's the Spice Girls.
They have
Excellent.
the perfect names too.
They do. Really,
Yeah.
for the post-apocalyptic future, they were almost planning it.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So it's the Spice Girls are basically like the council of New Vegas, and like Immortan Joe is like one of the ones there that like...
They work with Prince.
They work with Prince. They're to keep the peace. And Immortan Morris shows up and disrupts the peace of New Vegas, where all they want to do is just play with 90s toys that have been strangely weaponized.
Yeah.
And you know,
And
just
play like
Oh.
post-apocalyptic gladiatorial combat games.
Yeah.
It's
like
Baby
Hungry Hungry
Spice.
Hippos
And-
with real hippos.
and play
Baby
GoldenEye.
Spice that's Baby Spice that has the bubbles coming out of her eyes.
Yes, Baby
Oh,
Spice
nice.
is the
Nice.
bubbles shooting out of her
And
eyeball.
she's like dressed like a weird doll kind
Yeah.
of thing, you know? Yeah.
Ooh, that's terrifying.
You know? So there's obviously like a really big takedown, this huge fight on the strip where they just like shoot at each other, and they eventually, I think they win, and Immortan Morris is like wounded on the ground, and Nomi the Super Soaker goes up and is just like, about to kill him or whatever, and she like takes off his Zach Morris skull mask or whatever, and realizes that it's Screech, and this is the big reveal that it's
Yeah.
like, oh my god, and he explains like what he did, and we get maybe a little flashback of like him
murdering AC Slater
all of
and-
the Saved by the Bell characters. and then what happens? I mean, she
defeats Immortan Morris.
does she decapitate him, or does she?
Well, she's got to do a cool finishing move via the Super
Yeah.
Soaker.
You're soaked.
That's when she fills it with acid.
Yeah, I think she hits him with the acid
Yeah.
Super
Yeah,
Soaker.
right.
And just melts his face. And then what does she do? Does she take up residence in New Vegas?
I think she
She's on the
frees.
council.
Yeah, she frees
she's the
all
new
the
spice.
people.
What's her new spice name? Is it just is it Soaker Spice?
Yeah,
I think it's Soaker Spice.
it is. It is.
Super Spice.
Super Spice.
Or Super Spice.
Either one would work.
Yeah. She's Super Spice to some and Soaker Spice to others.
Since it's a 90s movie, and usually in the 90s they had like a very special person do like the song for the end credits to be nominated for an Oscar.
Of course.
I feel like it is extremely appropriate because we have Prince and the Spice Girls, and the Spice Girls have the song Wannabe that says, if you want to be my lover, and Prince has the song I Want to Be Your Lover.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
a mashup of
Wow.
those two songs.
That sounds pretty
Man.
cool. But it's got to be like a really slow
But yeah.
version of it.
Oh yeah, it's
Like
a
slow
slowed down
jam.
mismatch of it's a duet between the Spice
Yeah.
Girls and Prince. It's going to be the best CD of that year. And if we all remember in the
Yeah.
90s, movie CDs were pretty amazing.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Soundtracks.
They were crushing it.
It's like
So what's the
Wanna be
name
your lover.
of this movie?
Mad Max.
Mad Nomi.
Mad Nomi?
Yeah.
Mad Nomi, what's the semicolon? Sorry, what's the colon?
Bayside Road.
I I feel like it might have to do something with like the Strip or Vegas or
Soaker Strip.
I kind of like that.
Numi, what was it? It's
Nomi Road.
or Nomi
Mad
Road.
Nomi.
Mad Malone.
Because her last
Yeah, her
name.
last name's Malone.
But she'll
Mad
take Super
Malone.
Soaker.
She
but
takes
it's
Super
originally-
Soaker, but it's originally Malone. Mad
Malone.
Soaker Road.
Also,
Soaker Road.
Mad Malone Soaker Road.
Yes.
Mad Malone's a great name
It
too.
really
Right?
is.
Yeah.
a really good one.
Yeah,
Picturing,
Mad Malone.
I'm picturing Ted Danson.
As a Morton Joe.
No, because
you know,
he's
it's
just in
Malone.
general.
Oh
Cheers.
yeah.
I got
Oh,
you.
wow,
I
nice.
got you.
Yeah.
That was good.
I'm Mad Dog Malone.
I mean, we're gonna get really good endorsements from literally every toy company.
Every
We're gonna
toy
make
company.
so many toys.
We're gonna make so many toys for this.
Yes.
I mean, Nerf is gonna have an entire new line that's gonna be very dangerous for kids. All right, guys. Well, that was our movie, Mad Malone Soaker Road.
yes. Yes.
Wow. All right, guys. Well, that was our smash up, and that'll take us to our game. Marry, fuck, kill.
Marry, fuck, marry, fuck, kill. Marry, fuck, marry, fuck, kill. Marry, fuck, marry, fuck, kill.
All right, this is our game, Marry, fuck, kill. This is where we will name 3 movies of a similar nature, and we'll have to decide which movie we would marry, which movie we would fuck, and which movie we would kill. Todd, what are our 3 movies?
This week's theme is movies about Las Vegas.
All right.
Yes.
And we have the eponymous Showgirls,
Okay.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and Ocean's 11.
Wow.
Which one would you marry? Which one would you fuck? And which one would you kill?
I'd marry the shit out of Ocean's 11.
Okay. So you're marrying Ocean's 11.
I would be forever with Ocean's 11.
Why?
First of all, every man in that movie is terribly good looking.
Very, very good looking.
So
Terribly
I have
good-looking.
11 guys that I would be fine with.
I would be fine.
I would be very content.
How are you doing these days, Hillary? Married to 11 guys. I'm fine.
Yeah,
George,
I'm
Brad,
all
Matt,
good.
Andy, Casey.
Yeah,
Fine. Don.
fine.
Doing all right. But who would you fuck and who would you kill?
Jeez, Louise, that's hard because if there's a lot of sex in Showgirls, then I feel like I should fuck, Showgirls.
Now, you don't know
But
Showgirls any fucks. But
I know.
if you want to.
But Kyle MacLachlan's in it. So I'm just
I forgot.
throwing that one out there.
It's really hard. It's a total toss up.
Ooh.
I feel no attachment to either of the other movies.
Well,
so.
which one would you like to kill then?
Yeah, would you like
Do you
to
have
kill
one that you
either of
feel
those?
strongly that you would like to kill?
I don't think I could ever actually kill Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I feel like that would be so sacrilegious. So I will fuck Fear and Loathing, and I will kill Showgirls. I'm sorry.
There you go. That's fine.
Most
I'm
people
sorry,
would kill
Kyle
Showgirls.
MacLachlan. I love you.
Most people would kill Showgirls.
I
It's
know.
okay.
I would actually be pretty close to you, Hillary. So
Yeah.
I would marry Ocean's 11 just because, first off, that movie is like beautiful. It's so fun. I want to be around that crew all the time.
Yeah.
Like, even if we're just hanging out, it's like, guys, what heist are we gonna pull? It's like we're just going, we're just gonna go to the beach today, Jay. It's like, all right, guys, come on. Like, it's a great, crazy family with crazy shenanigans. I'd 100% marry them. I mean, I'd probably fuck Showgirls because it's a NC-17 movie, and you know what? I mean, out of all the movies, probably got to go with the NC-17 one for that.
Yeah, you kind of have to fuck Showgirls
kind of.
or kill it. It's a fucker kill
love
kind
that
of
you're
thing.
It's definitely a fucker kill.
It's
Yeah.
a fucker kill.
There's
You
definitely
can't
no
really
marry in that movie.
Showgirls.
Definitely don't want to marry that movie. And then I would have to kill Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, only because I couldn't get through it, and I'm totally fine with killing it.
This is sad.
I don't blame you.
You make me sad.
I'm sorry, I just literally could not make it through that movie. Had to kill it. Anyone else have theirs?
This is a tough one for me because haven't seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas or Showgirls. I did see
Ooh.
Ocean's 11. It was a long time ago.
Is there anything exciting to you or murderous to
I
you
might have
about
read
either of
the
those
book.
two latter movies?
I think I read the book Fear and Loathing, but I don't know.
Was it a very fuckable book?
Or anything that made you want to commit to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there anything like romantic about it?
I guess not. I think I could probably go ahead and kill that one. I think I'm gonna be, if I didn't, it would, kill itself, right? Like,
Right, of course.
Eventually,
Probably.
it's running into trouble. I'll say that I'm just gonna be contrary. I'm gonna marry Showgirls. I don't know what I'm getting
Wow.
into.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh.
I don't know what
I
I'm
mean,
getting into, but
It's an exciting marriage.
we'll find out what
Ups
happens.
and downs.
It's gonna be crazy.
Happy
I go from the
faces
bottom to
and
the
frowns.
top, back to the bottom again.
That's right.
In more ways than one.
That's right.
And then,
You'd kill Ocean's 11?
I guess I'm killing Ocean's 11. It's okay. We've already... Didn't I kill...
That's right. You killed Fear and Loathing.
So I'll just fuck Ocean's 11.
You're going to fuck Ocean's 11.
That works out great.
It's a very sexy movie.
I'm also gonna fuck Ocean's 11.
Great call.
Because it's just slick and awesome.
Solid.
And it's like, it's a heist movie, and you kind of want that excitement, and you don't know what's going to happen in your sex life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
It's you don't want it to be boring.
And you want some twists in your sex life. You're like, we were here, but now we're actually, this is what happened.
Yeah, and some false endings.
Oh my god! I thought I did, but I really didn't.
That movie's really sexy. It's a real sexy movie. So I'm gonna fuck that movie. I'm gonna go ahead and marry Fear and Loathing, and the reason is because that movie is really awesome and also very important. It's insane. It's crazy, but it also has this really strange level of stasis to it, even though it's all over the place. I don't know. There's something about Fear and Loathing, at the end of the film. I'm sorry you haven't finished it, because when I get to the end of that movie, I have this strange sense of calm about me. I'm laughing throughout that entire film most of the time. And just weird laughter, and then at the end I'm just kind of very similar feeling to at the end of Big Lebowski, where I just have this serenity to it, where I'm just yeah,
very cool. I will have to finish it,
and that's kind of where that's a nice marriage, and you ride off into the desert.
And you would kill Showgirls,
and I would kill Showgirls because it's I love it, but it's this satire of why Vegas is really fucked up, and even though
it's no Mad Malone.
It's no Mad Malone. No way. And also the reason I'd kill it is because I would want to become one of the Showgirls, and eventually I'd have to push Nomi down the stairs.
That's true.
Yeah.
And everybody would just have to keep killing each other, and so I'll just I'll just put it out of its misery.
Give it a little nudge.
I'll give it a little push. Mm-hmm. Throw a pearl necklace on the ground while everyone's dancing, and everybody will just slip and fall and break their ankles.
Wow.
Things that happen in the movie.
That is a dark film.
It's really good.
All right, guys. Well, those were great picks. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Muppet sounds.
Muppet arms.
Thanks for listening. I hope you learned a lot about Saved by the Bell and Super Soakers. And if you're enjoying the show and you've got a second or two, a quick rating or review on iTunes would be amazing. Or you could share the show with a friend. Either way, we really appreciate your support. And as always, we'll be posting a new episode every other week. And if you'd like to download more episodes or check out other similar podcasts, head over to partialarc.com. That's ARC with a C. Of course, you can email us any questions at blockbustersmashup@gmail.com or follow us on Twitter and Instagram at partialarc. If you'd like to follow up with Josh Weisbrod, you can do that by checking out joshweisbrod.com. That's WEISBROD.com. And if you want to follow up with Hillary Levi, you can follow her on Twitter at Hillary Levi. And be sure to follow Todd on Twitter and Instagram at TG11. Thanks for listening, and see you on the next episode of Blockbuster Smash Up.
Let's go home.